So what's the most profitable niche for you to get into in high ticket sales? I've been in this space now for over 3 years, closed millions of dollars, and also coached hundreds of guys. And I've seen consistently over and over again that there's one niche, one specific industry where people have more fulfillment, they stay in it for a long amount of time, and they make way more money than all other niches. We're talking like 2 to 3 times as much commissions in this space. So in this video, I want to show you exactly what that is, what this industry is, so you can tap into it and actually make the big bucks in high ticket sales instead of being stuck in these like low level 1 to 5K per month remote sales roles like most people do. Because I see a lot of people making the mistake of just getting into the wrong types of companies and not knowing like what niches they should actually be going for, and because of that they end up making way less than they could be making just for the sake of like being with a bad company, you know. So I want to help you avoid that and actually get into a good business, because the truth is like when you're in a good business in high ticket sales, when you're working with a good offer that you're actually aligned with and you truly believe in and you really like stand behind what you're selling, life gets really, really good. Take a couple of calls every single day, talk with prospects that you actually enjoy speaking with, and you can make 5, 10, even 20K a month if you're in the right type of environment doing so. But most people in high ticket sales, they don't know how to find good offers, they don't know how to find the right niche to actually get into, and because of that they struggle, you know. They don't like what they're selling, they don't have fun on their sales days, they kind of dread hopping on sales calls, and they grind their ass off to make like 5K a month, you know, which is not a lot of money in this industry, you know. I've consistently made over 15, even 20K a month in commissions by just applying this specific industry. And I worked in everything from like fitness coaching, B2B coaching, make money online. And what I've seen over and over again is this specific industry that has allowed me to make the most money, and also the guys I coach. I have a one-on-one coaching program where I help guys get into high ticket sales. If you're interested, apply down below. In there, what I see is like over and over again, the people that make the most money, people that succeed the most, are the people that go into offer that's, it doesn't have to be the specific, like the booming industry or specific niche or whatever it is, you know. What it's all about is, think about it like this. The people that make the most money are always those who are on the best offers, you know. Skill set is obviously important. You need to be good in high ticket sales. You need to like know what you're doing and have some type of training and skill set to actually succeed in this industry. But at the end of the day, the people that make the most money are those who are in the best companies. Because if you're in a company that has good lead flow, where you have a lot of people to speak with, you have a lot of, like they have good marketing going on, where you have a lot of interest, a lot of people to speak with on a daily basis, they have a good personal brand, that's way more important than skill set at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind, that's super important. But there's something else that's even more important, because you can be in the best possible company with great marketing, with a great sales team, with great culture. But if you're not aligned with the mission of the business, what they're selling, the prospects that you're talking with on a daily basis, you will not succeed in that business. And I've experienced this myself firsthand, where I've been in really good companies that were doing 7 to 8 figures, where sales reps were making really good money, but because of the fact that I was not aligned with the offer that we were selling, I didn't believe in the transformation that we were selling to people. You know, for example, I work for some companies that sell like a real estate offer, helping people make money with real estate. I didn't personally really know a lot about real estate. I didn't really believe in that vehicle back in the day when I was doing that. And because of that, I didn't perform well in that business. And I changed over to another company where I sold something that I truly believe in, and was able to literally 2x my income, even 3x my income by doing that. And I've seen this over and over again with hundreds of guys that I work with. It's like, being with a company and selling something that you believe in, that is the ideal niche to be in. That doesn't matter like what there's no like ideal company, like ideal niche. It's not like, yeah, fitness coaching is better than make money online coaching. No, the best niche for you to go into is a niche you truly believe in, you know? So how do we find that? Like, how do you actually figure out what the niche is going to be for you? You basically just look back in your own life and figure out like, what were the things that you struggled with in the past? Ideally, you want to sell to the old version of yourself. You know, for example, for me, I've done really well on offers where I sell to the old version of me, like Alex, who was like 17, 18, 19 years old, trying to figure out the whole like make money online thing, trying to get out of my parents' house. That version of me, I can sell extremely well to the person because I know his struggles, I know how he thinks, I know his limiting beliefs, I know exactly like what I need to do to get that person to actually change and get to where I want to go. And also, I've seen now how my life has changed through making money online, for example. And I know also like the kind of the dream situation of that person. I understand that prospect very well, which allows me to sell to that type of person, like motivated, like wanna-be entrepreneur in a very effective way. So you can do the exact same thing, whatever it is for you. If you're into like, you had like a fitness transformation, or you're into dating, or you're into like you're growing your own business, or you've figured out how to make money online, or whatever it is, there's hundreds of different niches in the online space, in the info industry. Like, it's growing so quickly. There's a lot of different coaches teaching everything from literally like video games to dating to like all kinds of different things. So just figure out like what's the thing that you're passionate about, what's the thing that you're going on like Instagram and YouTube and like looking at on a daily basis, what's the interest that you have like just like normally outside of work, and then just find someone that sells that specific offer. It could be, let's say, like carnivore coaching, for example. I'm really into like the carnivore, like health kind of optimization type of lifestyle and things like that. And then there's a bunch of offers that I've been speaking with and even selling for as well, where you sell and like basically coaching other people on how to transform their life through eating the carnivore diet. So just figure out like what is that specific niche interest that you have, what's the type of people that you like speaking with, and then find a company that sells an info offer and a high ticket sales offer in that industry. And I promise you'll make so much more money. Not only that, not just like make money in the short term, but you will also stick in the game for long enough to actually see like the big payoff, which is the most important thing. Because being a sales rep, yeah, it's the fastest path for a beginner to go from 0 to 10K a month. But if you're in a company that you really resonate with and you really like selling for them, you can get so much further. You can become a sales manager, partner up with the business owner. There's so much opportunities like in the long term. If you actually stick to them, you go deep into mastering the skill of sales. And that's all really just possible if you truly work with a business that you actually believe in and you truly resonate with as well. And I see this, for example, I have some guys in my one-on-one coaching that I work with. One guy that came to me, he landed like a random offer. I helped him land an offer pretty quickly coming in. And he didn't really know like exactly in which industry he wanted to get into. So I just helped him get connected with the offer, which is what I do in my one-on-one coaching. I connect guys, I train them up and then connect them with offers. And he landed an offer pretty quickly. But quickly he realized that industry was not something that he resonated with whatsoever. He was working with roofers at the time, and he didn't really like that specific industry at all, because he didn't have a background himself of being a roofer, and he didn't do well in that company, But I helped him get over to another company without really changing his skill set at all, just getting him over from like an okay company to a company that he really resonated with. And that allowed him to go from literally making just like a couple of grand per month to making way more, making over 5K a month consistently, because he was just working with a better business in the same industry without even changing the skill set. So you see the power of that. It's like, get yourself in the ideal position that you actually resonate with, where you actually sell something you truly believe in. That is the most profitable niche for you to be in high ticket sales. And that's how you end up, where you see these guys that make a shit ton of money and also have a lot of fulfillment. That all what they're doing is they're just doing what I just told you right now to do. They're working inside of good businesses where they enjoy the people that they're speaking with, and because of that they make more money, because when you enjoy what you do, it naturally shows up on your sales calls, If you're selling an offer that you don't really believe in, people sense that, When you don't have conviction and certainty in how you show up on your sales calls, regardless if you're an appointment setter or if you're a closer, your prospects will feel that energy. So that's why it's so important that you need to have that certainty, conviction on your sales calls, and that all comes from you selling something that you truly, with all bones in your body, you truly believe in. So practically, how do we actually find an offer that you truly believe in to this extent and actually get hired by them as well? I want to give you some game on how to actually do that, so you have some actionable steps to take away from this video. First thing, sit down for yourself and just figure out, what are my unique interests? What are the things that you look at on YouTube, Amazon, Instagram, what are the things that you search for, and are your genuine interests, are very unique, Is it a specific type of diet, a specific way of training, a specific interest, a specific hobby that you have? It might be a job that you did in the past. I've had people that I work with that used to be in construction. They like the construction industry, so they want to sell it to construction workers, or another type of maybe car dealerships or whatever it is, Figure out what are your specific interests. What type of person do you like speaking to? Is it business owners? Is it beginners? Who do you like speaking with? And what's the transformation that you've been through yourself? Ideally, that's going to be a niche that you sell very well in as well. Figure that out, sit down for yourself and get clear on what that transformation is, and pick maybe 3 to 5 different things that you're interested in. Then you just want to go on Instagram and also go on YouTube and search for those specific keywords, Let's say you're into I don't know, you want to get into like dating coaching, or you want to get into like helping car dealerships get more customers, you search for what those avatars would search for. So like car dealerships get more customers, or car dealerships how to run ads, whatever it is. And then you will find a bunch of companies that sell to that avatar, that sell high ticket offers, so like marketing agencies, consulting businesses, coaches, consultants, like mentorships, whatever your niche is. If it's like beginners, then you search like how to make 10K a month online with X, Y, and Z business model. You will find a bunch of people on YouTube. And then you start reaching out to those people. And you start collecting lists of 10, 15, 20, 30 people in those specific niches that you find. And you just start reaching out to them, connecting with them, networking. And the goal here shouldn't be to just like land a role ASAP. The goal here should be to just build genuine connections, build networks. If you do this for a couple of weeks, you will start eventually getting people to reach out to you with roles, you know? It's kind of like almost like being a like attractive girl. If you do this thing in the right way, if you network in the right way with these companies, you will eventually start getting companies reach out to you, you know, because you put yourself out there, people know who you are, people know that you're in this industry and you're interested in becoming an appointment setter or a closer for these companies. And if you just network yourself, you put yourself in the positions where you're in front of these businesses, you give them value, you share some tips, you just connect with them and like give them some praise, and just give them, kind of talk to their ego in a way, you know. If you just do this, you will naturally like network your way into these circles, and then they will start giving you opportunities when opportunities roll around. And that's by far the most powerful way I've seen to get these opportunities literally like come to you, instead of having to do this like hard outreach and just like blast out cold messages like everyone else is doing. And then you just get on the interview, you just are yourself, you just need to like show up in an authentic, real way, and then sell yourself. Show why you're gonna work hard, why you're gonna be the hardest worker on the team, and why you're gonna perform well with them, and sell them on the fact that you're interested in what they're saying, in what they're selling. If you do that the right way, you will get that role, and then you can start working with them, go all in, and scale to your first 10K a month online. If you want help from me to do any of these things, I have my one-on-one coaching where I basically help you one-on-one to learn the skill. First off, make sure you're actually confident in sales, give you the scripts, everything you need to actually get trained up and get into a role, connect you with good offers, place your offers from my network, and show you exactly how to connect with businesses, how to land roles. Literally just handhold your way through this entire process and speed it up a lot so you can get in a role way faster. I have hundreds of guys, so if you want help, if you're willing to work hard and really commit to this and you want to speed up the process, apply for that down below this video. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I reply to all DMs. And I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Ciao.